Pierce.
Hi everyone, and welcome to 10's coverage of the National Basketball League competition. Tonight's match sees the Adelaide West End 36ers taking on the Illawarra Hawks, and this is sure to be the danger game for the locals. The Hawks are led by last year's most valuable player, Ray Borner, a massive man of 208 centimetres. He plays centre and on his night could be the match winner. Let's not forget Alphonse Hammond, a flashy guard who is among the best in the country, averaging 29 points per game. For the 36ers, well, Daryl Pearce will need to return to form after being named in the Australian team for the World Championships in Spain later this year, and with a bit of luck, the tide will turn for Daryl. We now take you to Apollo Stadium, your commentators Andrew Kay and Lynn Parnell.
It's the West End 36ers, they're the Illawarra Hawks, and the 36ers in their new uniforms come away with a tip from Bill Jones as Mike Mackay runs the ball down the floor for the 36ers. Screen set for Pearce. Comes across the top of the keyway, throws the ball inside to Davis, and it's off hands, and the 36ers have possession. And these teams have a lot of tradition, Andrew, as our green goes all the way and almost makes a nice left-hand layup, but it's off hands and the Hawks come away with possession.
Should be a great clash tonight, Lynn. Illawarra have lost a couple of games early this year, but in double overtime and then a point to Coburg, so there's no pushover. As a foul is called there on Mike Mackay.
Bateman up for the jump shot, throws the feint. Mackay jumped, but unfortunately for him, hit Bateman's arm. So Bateman is fouled while shooting, so he goes to the line for 2 shots.
Fans of the NBL could be confused tonight because Illawarra has so many new faces. The man taking the shots is Jim Bateman, who played for Newcastle last year. Ray Borner played for Coburg last year. Number 24, Alphonse Hammond, is their star recruit from the United States. As Bateman makes the second, and Illawarra lead 2-0.
And Al Green, the 36ers will be looking to Al Green to pick up some form. Been training for athletics, and now back into full basketball training. And the ball's off hands. 36ers regain possession as referee Jeff Weeks saw what happened.
Fairly nervous start so far by the 36ers as Mike Mackay goes for the shot, but follows up with a lovely rebound. That's great play, Mike Mackay. Didn't make the first shot, but backed up well, got the rebound and put it away for 2 points. The scores are level.
That's a great move by Mike Mackay. Knew the shot had missed, chased after it and picked it up. As Gordy McLeod throws into Ray Borner. Ray Borner with a nice turnaround jump shot, and Ray Borner will be a big threat for the Hawks. He is Australia's centre, very strong with his back to the basket in the low post. Trying to deny Bill Jones the ball on that occasion and fouled Jones, but that's the sort of player Borner is. He'll try and push and shove and hustle, deny Jones the ball and work the boards at both ends.
Borner just getting his hands to the ball there, making the steal. Now Bateman gives it back to McLeod. Borner's been suffering from an ankle injury, but he's already scored tonight and now scores again. A lovely shot, Ray Borner. That's 4 points for him already in the opening seconds of the game. Illawarra leads 6-2.
Mike Mackay, here's the screen for Daryl Pearce with a 3-point attempt from the top. And that'll give Daryl Pearce a lot of confidence. He's just been named in the Australian team. His shooting's been down, and if Daryl Pearce can hit tonight, well, that spells trouble for the Hawks.
Well, he shot well from outside the key last week, but inside not so flash hot. As Bateman this time goes for the shot. Misses. Bickett up for the rebound, but pulled down by Mark Davis. Bill Jones now with the ball. Gives it back to Davis. Now Al Green. and loses the ball to Bickett. And Ray Borner finishes it off, gives it off to Gordy McLeod. 2-on-1. McLeod decides to go alone and makes no mistake. So Illawarra have jumped to 36ers now. They're leading 8-5.
Gordy McLeod will always make that shot without any defence. That's Mark Davis, drives all the way to the basket. A charge foul's been called.
And Mark Davis perhaps a little unlucky there, but McLeod just standing there with the arms up in the air. Mark Davis ran through him and picked the foul up.
There's good defence by Gordy McLeod, the shortest player in the NBL, and Davis probably didn't even see him standing there. As Hammond with the ball for the first time goes all the way. That's a nice move. He looks to be very strong on the baseline, which is unusual for such a small player by NBL standards. As Al Green with a beautiful spin, not to be denied, and replies with a lovely move down there.
Now that's the sort of play we're used to from Al Green. Last year he never failed on these. He had to go up against 3 players, no mistake, and got the bonuses on the foul line.
Sweet move, Al Green, just so strong in that low post position.
And makes the bonus.
A foul's been called on Bateman. Penalties, and away come the Hawks with the ball. Bateman loses the ball, and that's a nice pick up there by Mackay, and Mark Davis with a behind the back dribble and makes a nice layup.
Great play, the 36ers there. Davis only had to beat Gordy McLeod, who's not only the smallest player on the court, but in fact the smallest player in the NBL, but still good enough to be part of that Australian team. Now it's Bickett with the ball at the top of the key. McLeod calling for it, but it comes to Bateman, and good work there from the 36ers. Both Mackay and Davis went up, and Mackay getting the hand to the ball and enforcing the spoil.
Yeah, top defence by the 36ers. They're really shrinking out, helping each other, and when somebody drives, they're leaving their man to go and help the man that's been beaten. And there's Borner with a nice hook shot. Look at that rebound, Mark Davis. Strong rebound. And the referee's called a foul on Borner. Said that Borner grabbed Davis's arm on the rebound. But that really hurt the 36ers, Andrew, because the fast break was on.
Yes, I suppose, well, getting a foul called on Ray Borner, I suppose, is always going to be a bit of a bonus, but there were 2 players streaming down the court. And so it is the 36ers with possession now from the side as Al Green brings it down. Scores locked at 10-all. Mike Mackay goes for the shot and makes it. A lovely shot from Mike Mackay. And the 36ers hit the front for the first time. They lead 12-10.
So it's Hammond. Hammond, a guard with a big reputation for the Hawks. Gordy McLeod with the ball, trying to set up. But look at that defence from the 36ers. That's very strong defence. As Hammond goes up for the shot, and a good effort from Mike Mackay on the 2nd or 3rd attempt. And Mike Mackay has started this game in sensational fashion, Andrew.
Yes, certainly great to see him come back after that knee injury. Obviously the Illawarra coach Dave Lindstrom worried already. He's taken Ray Borner off the court and replaced him with Bob Kempster as Darryl Pearce goes for the shot, misses. Rebound pulled down by Don Bickett. Gives it off to Gordy McLeod. Pass into Afonso dummies, falls down, almost makes the shot. Davis the rebound to Al Green. Green looking to go all the way, and then a lovely pass over to Darryl Pearce, and Darryl Pearce is hot early tonight, Lynn.
That's good. That first 3-pointer would have given Darryl a lot of confidence, and a lot of pressure has been taken off of Darryl with his being named in the Australian team. But already this game is starting to, has got all the indications of a sensational game, because both of these teams like to crash the defensive boards and run a fast break, and that's always very good from a spectator's point of view.
A lovely shot there from Don Bickett, which brings Illawarra to 12 points, trailing just by 2 now. Certainly 10 players of great quality and talent out on that court at the moment as Davis decides to go for the drive, misses. Jones made the rebound, but it doesn't look like it'll count. Charging foul called. Charging foul called on Mark Davis. And Illawarra will take possession from the side as Illawarra now have made another change. Brett Flanagan comes onto the court. And Alphonse Hammond is off. Flanagan, number 12. Bickett with the ball. Gives it to Bateman. This time Gordy McLeod takes the shot and makes the shot. Lovely shot from Gordy McLeod.
And that ties up the scores at 14 all. And the 36ers have pulled down 6 rebounds to Illawarra's 1 as a 3-point shot is attempted by Darryl Pearce. And that's unusual because the Hawks really have a bigger team. Borna should be exerting a lot of influence, a lot of dominance in the middle. Shooting percentages are good for both teams.
I think Coach David Lindstrom's got to go fairly easy on Borna. He wants him at the end of the season. If they drop a few early games, though, well, okay, but he has got a bad ankle, so let's get it right first would be what he's thinking as the 10-second siren goes. Illawarra, great defence by the 36ers here, just not letting them get a shot away. And finally, it was Bateman who came up, and not a good shot, and off the foot there of Rob Kempster, and the 36ers will take possession. Great defence there, Lynn.
That is great defence, top defence. I thought the 36ers defence last week wasn't as good as it could have been, but tonight their defence has been excellent. No one can criticise them at all. They're really helping each other out, getting on the boards. There's a nice shot taken by Mackay from the 3-point line, but a strong rebound there by the Hawks as Bateman looks to take the shot from outside, throws the ball out to McLeod. So let's see how disciplined this offence really is. Bickett takes it into the foul line area. Gordy McLeod had a 3-point shot. He passed it up. Once again, the 10-second shot clock. Throws the ball into Bateman. And a bad foul there called Mike Mackay. He's disappointed with that defence. He threw the arm out.
Yes, Bateman had the ball came into Bateman, and as soon as Mike Mackay heard the whistle, he just got the hands to Bateman's elbows, and unfortunately for Mike, that's how the game goes, and he knows he made the mistake, and it'll be Bateman on the foul line.
So strong defence from the 36ers. On the last 2 outings down the floor, the Hawks have been forced to take a bad shot right on the 10 seconds or 5 seconds remaining on the shot clock, and that means that they've had to run that ball around for 25 seconds. That's good defence from the 36ers.
Now the crowd trying hard to put Bateman off his game, and they're fairly happy that it's successful as he missed with the second, and Mike Mackay brings the ball down. Ken Cole certainly has reason to be pleased with the 36ers defence this year. He said on a number of occasions that it has improved. While their shooting percentage hasn't been all that fantastic, their defensive work has been good as Davis goes for the shot. Unlucky. The rebound comes down to Brett Flanagan. A long pass to Gordy McLeod. McLeod misses. Davis with the rebound out to Pearce. 36ers leading 15-14. Al Green, lovely pass in to Bill Jones, and he's up and in and pulls the bonus foul as well against Rob Kempster.
Strong move, Bill Jones. Look at Green with the ball. Throws it over because he knows Jones is making the position, filling the hole. Jones goes up with the 2-handed dunk, and with 2 hands on the ball, the defensive play was never ever going to knock the ball out of his hands. Only succeeded in fouling Jones, so Jones got the opportunity to take the extra shot. And we see a substitution as Don Bickett leaves the floor for the Hawks, and Graham Cubank comes onto the floor for the first time. And Graham Cubank, of course, is a South Australian player, Andrew.
Yes, and one of the few players who managed to play for Illawarra last year. They brought 10 players over here tonight, and only 4 of those players played for the side last year.
Graham Cubank at the Institute of Sport in Canberra. But it's Bateman with the ball, guarded there by Davis. Bateman nowhere to go. Throws the ball inside to Hammond, and Hammond spins. And look at that for a reject, Bill Jones. Great defence. That's what we were saying before, how all the team are helping each other out. Green with an offensive rebound and makes 2 points to take the 36ers to 19, leading the Hawks 15.
It's great play from the 36ers. Lovely block out by Bill Jones, and great work from Al Green under the basket. As it's Cubank over to Bateman. Bateman misses the ring entirely, but good work there by Flanagan, but then loses it again, and Mike Mackay's off down the court. He's got Davis, gives it to Davis. The foul is called on Hammond. He knows the foul was there.
And the 36ers really coming down the court quickly. Nice little handoff there. And the 36ers are very strong on their fast break, Andrew. The player with the ball is going to drive all the way to the basket and makes the defensive player commit. And as soon as the defensive player does commit, he knows that he's got a teammate dropping into the hole on the other side.
Mark Davis successful with the first. 36ers 20, Illawarra Hawks 15. And the West End 36ers just starting to get a little on top at this stage as Davis successful with the second, and they open up a 6-point break.
And the Hawks really are in a state of shock, I think, over the last few minutes. The 36ers have done it on the defensive end, and because of that, they're able to come down with confidence offensively. But that's a nice offensive movement that, unfortunately for the Hawks, didn't result in a score. As Green throws it across to Pearce for another 3-point attempt, and underneath again is Davis. And there we saw under the offensive boards, Davis on one side and Jones on the other side. So if the shot was going to miss, the chances are that the 36ers were going to grab that offensive rebound. So Coach Ken Cole would be very happy with the way the team's playing right now. Nice move from Hammond, and goes all the way and rims and drops in. And even then, Hammond was under a lot of pressure because Jones had shrunk off to help out on the defence.
It's good play by Hammond. We've heard a lot about him and haven't seen much of him. But he did show his class with that basket. As you said, under a lot of pressure, still managed to get the 2 points away. So the Hawks staying right with the West End 36ers at the moment, trailing by 6 points. As Green over to Jones. Mackay was there, and now the pass goes into him as he turns, shoots but misses. Strong rebound pulled down by Rob Dempster, gives it off to Alphonse Hammond. Hammond across to Cubank. Cubank misses, big rebound, Billy Jones. 36ers looking for the shot now. Green at the top of the key. To Pearce. Looking for the right shot. Lovely pass from Bill Jones into Al Green, and Al Green, no mistake, 2 points.
But a superb move by Al Green. Look how he pushes his man out of the way and creates the opening. He's done all the work without the ball. So when the pass went in, all Al had to do was lay the ball up for the easy shot on the backboard.
Well, he's had 2 relatively quiet games, Al Green, but gee, he's shown some form tonight. Good block there by Rob Dempster, allows Alphonse Hammond to take the shot and make the shot. And Hammond starting to come into his own now. Illawarra Hawks trailing by 6 points. West End 36ers lead. 25-19 as it's Bill Jones. Misses with the shot. Rebound pulled down by Flanagan. Long pass from Hammond. And a foul on Darryl Pearce. A holding foul as Cubank tried to drive all the way to the basket. So a few fouls been called early in the game, Lynn.
Yes, Cubank was actually lucky to get away with receiving that foul because he actually travelled before the contact was made. So we see a substitution. Mike Mackay goes out after a sensational opening. He's replaced by Peter Oli, and of course Peter Oli always gives a big lift to the 36ers when he comes onto the floor. So we might see, against the zone that the Hawks are currently playing, the ball goes inside to Oli, and then he'll feed it outside again to the shooters.
Eubank missed with the first but made it with the second. So the Hawks get 1 point closer. They trail by 5. The West End 36ers 25-20. Pearce now with the ball. 36ers looking to set it up. Green, lovely pass into Bill Jones. And makes a lovely basket. Perhaps a little unlucky not to have a foul called on him. Great work by Bill Jones. Waited, bided his time and made the basket.
Yes, nice move, Bill Jones, through the feint, and they all jumped out of the stadium. Here's Hammond. He really likes to drive in close into the timber.
That's good play by Hammond. He had a lot of players to beat on that occasion, and he wasn't scared to go up against people taller than him.
So we might see a nice competition between Hammond and Green. They both have the same offensive likes. They both like to get down in the low post and spin and use the ball up off the backboard.
Foul called on Jim Bateman, and he's none too happy about it. As the ball came into Bill Jones, he just turned and went to make the shot, and Bateman connected. Bateman never happy with too many referee decisions.
2 fouls for Bateman.
Jones at the line and makes the first one. West End 36ers 28, leading the Illawarra Hawks 22. Jones with the second, successful with both, 29-22, and it's Alphonse Hammond.
Hammond with the ball, setting up the offense now for the Hawks. Cubank cuts on the baseline, but the pass wasn't coming. Bateman's got the ball at the top, and they need Bateman in underneath the basket a bit closer, so he takes the ball in. Nice handoff to Cubank. And there's ball's off hands. No one's really sure what's happening, but it is a Hawks ball from the side. Bateman throws the ball into Hammond. Q-Bank. Bateman comes off the double screen on the baseline, but the defence wouldn't allow the ball to go in. And Bateman takes the outside shot, and it's good.
Good shot from Bateman. Perhaps a little surprisingly, Adelaide leading the rebounds now, 12-5. As the quarter-time siren goes, with the West End 36ers 29, leading the Illawarra Hawks 24.
Quarter, Ray Borner comes back onto the floor, and Andrew, I was a bit surprised that Borner spent so much time off the floor in that quarter, which really gave the 36ers a chance to dominate the rebounds.
Yes, I think Lindstrom perhaps more than worried about Borner's ankle. Played only on the court for a couple of moments, but he's back on there now. Also had the fouls on him, 2 fouls on Ray Borner. Alphonse Hammond now gives it to Jim Bateman, who's been a good player so far. Bill Jones, big long arms of Bill Jones, goes out and just pulls the ball in. Gives it to Al Green now. 36ers leading by 5, 29-24. Jones looking over to the court to Mark Davis, dummies, shoots but misses. Borner, the big rebound, loses control, but it comes out to Bateman.
Good defence, Peter Aloi. That was a 3-on-2 fast break if Bateman was able to get past. Lovely, nice shot by Graham Q-Bank, a three-pointer in fact, and that takes the Hawks to 26, trailing the 36ers 29.
Already a very close encounter this game, and a good game as Bill Jones goes for the jump shot but misses. Big rebound by Q-Bank. Gordy McLeod looking to set it up now. Ball gives it to Q-Bank. Bateman runs through the key, but out to Borner. Borner dummies, then turns and shoots and makes the basket. The Illawarra have opened this quarter in great fashion. They've pegged back some 4 points now. 36 is yet to score.
That was a top shot by Ray Borner. He's so much of a threat, not even close to the basket, where he's obviously very much a threat, but he's also a threat from that 15-foot mark, and we can't afford to take that shot.
But this is the danger for the Hawks there, as Ray Borner just snuck out his hand, and that's his third foul, and that's a real danger for the Hawks. And Dave Lindstrom may be, in fact, tempted to take him off the court already. Just, he needs him on there. If the Hawks want to stay in this game, he needs Ray Borner to be firing and not in foul trouble, but so early in the game to have 3 fouls, that's bad news for Illawarra, as Ray Borner, in fact, does leave the court.
Well, Coach Lindstrom really has a problem there, because if Borner didn't try to deny Jones the ball, Jones is just going to be able to spin in and score close to the basket as he just did. And so Borner had to take the chance, and then by picking up his third foul, well, then that means that Jones is really going to be able to receive the ball a lot easier, because Borner is just so big.
Borner, unfortunately, can't be too worried about the umpiring, because it hasn't been too bad tonight. Jim Bateman makes the 2 shots. In fact, we haven't really noticed the umpires, and when that's the case, you can usually say that they've done a hell of a good job. Green to Pierce. Jones calling for it. Bickett right behind him. Pass into Davis, up against Jim Bateman. Lovely work by Mark Davis. Just dribbled back into Bateman, turned and made the 2 points. And the 36ers once again open up a 3-point lead.
Here's the pick off the top. Not there. Gordy McLeod throws it into Bateman, who spins, goes in off the glass. Strong rebound by Bill Jones, and the 36ers are running on a 3-on-2 offense. Green goes all the way with the left hand, spins it off the glass. That's a great move by Al Green.
Lovely work, Al Green. You can see just as he's 3 paces before the basket, he takes a little shuffle. It reminds you a lot of Muhammad Ali. Moves very quickly in very short steps, and the guard has no idea which way he goes, and by the time he works it out, 2 points has been scored. As Hammond goes for the shot but misses. Jones, the big rebound, out to Pierce. Al Green nearly collected by Hammond there. Oh, lovely piece of acting from Jim Bateman, looking for the foul. The ball comes out to Al Green, but he misses with a fairly simple shot, and now Gordy McLeod in offence for Illawarra. Gives it to Bateman. Davis guarding Bateman. Now the ball comes across to Bickett. Lovely shot from Don Bickett. Don Bickett's played well so far for the Illawarra Hawks tonight. 4 points to Bickett.
Yeah, Bickett, obviously a very talented shooter, and the defence can't afford to let him have any room, as Jones loses the ball. Bateman comes away. Gordy McLeod sends some speed, throws the ball back out to Q-Bank. McLeod takes the shot again, and it's good, and that's the same spot that Gordy McLeod has made it, 2 previous shots with no defence.
Yeah, not good defence by the West End 36ers there. McLeod was on his own while Al Green was still waiting at the centre, and unfortunately for the West End 36ers, they really gave away that basket as Davis misses with 2 and then loses the rebound. And Bateman, who really has been a good player for Illawarra so far tonight, Lynn, he's done some great work both offensively and defensively. But at the moment it's Cubank and McLeod controlling the ball at the top of the court to Bickett. Bateman calls, turns and makes the basket. And Jim Bateman really is playing a super game for Illawarra.
That's a top move by Bateman, and a good move by Alphonse Hammond, because Hammond was the one that set the screen to enable Bateman to get free underneath the basket. And Davis did a good job to stay with him. But as you say, Jim Bateman playing a top game. As Green comes back, throws the ball out to the top, inside. Good movement of the ball by the 36ers. And Peter Ayler got free underneath, but good defence as the Hawks got a hand to the ball to allow the 36ers to regain possession from the side.
Well, Peter Ayler was probably so surprised at having so much room on his own that he wasn't aware that the ball was coming in as the big fast court break from Gordy McLeod and Illawarra. It has no problem, McLeod, in putting that 2 points in. And a foul called there on Alphonse Hammond.
Yeah, no need for Hammond to throw out the arm then. Good movement down the floor by Daryl Pearce to receive the inlet pass. And Hammond really was never going to steal the ball, just put a bit of pressure onto the Iceman. But the foul was called, probably a silly foul. But he was just keen to put a bit of pressure on the offensive player.
We certainly can't sell this Illawarra team short as Jones goes for the basket. The ball deciding what it wants to do. It won't go in. But as I was saying, you can't sell the Hawks short. They've got Borner and Bateman both on the bench. And in fact, they're leading by 3 points. So they're really doing a fantastic job out there.
Look out, because here come the West End 36ers. The 36ers know only one way to play the game, and that's to play their hearts out. Every game's one step closer to the national finals. And this year, look out, because here come the 36ers. The West End 36ers. Come and see them in action at Apollo Stadium.
Seconds left to play in the second quarter. It's the West End 36ers with possession of the ball. Pearce into Jones. Jones back out to Peter Ally. He attempts the shot and makes the shot. Nice shot from Peter Ally.
So it's a 1 point game now. It's the Illawarra Hawks 38 leading the West End 36ers 37. And this is a much better quarter for the Hawks.
With Ray Borner and Jim Bateman on the bench, and the Illawarra Hawks have managed to draw away. Firstly gain the lead and then get their nose in front. As the ball's knocked out of court, the Hawks will retain possession.
And it's a great battle by Al Green and Alphonse Hammond. Hammond with the ball now, up for a nice shot from the foul line. Green got a touch to the ball. Too good was Hammond. So let's see what happens at the other end of the floor as Green brings the 36ers into offense. And the 36ers looking to use the big guys against this Illawarra Hawks zone. And Bill Jones in the low post converts two to take the 36ers to 39, trailing the Hawks 40.
11 points to Bill Jones now. The ball comes out to Alphonse Hammond again, and he scores again. And that's his 12th points for the match. So he really has deserved the big raps about him. He's played a super game so far. Al Green, a great pass into Jones, who turns and makes the basket. That's great play from the West End 36ers.
And this game's very interesting because the Hawks are scoring a lot of their points in this quarter from outside, and the 36ers, of course, against the zone and throwing the ball inside to the big guys. So we're seeing a completely different form of offense at each end of the floor.
Yes, there certainly won't be any thrashing by either side here tonight. It's an extremely close game as the ball comes out to Kempster. And now Hammond again. What'll he do this time? Attempts the shot, and Al Green, great defence, but it comes out to McLeod, and no mistake. So that puts Illawarra now in a position where they lead by 3 points, 44 to 41.
Yeah, that was a good move by Hammond, and in fact, great defence by Green. And Hammond applauded Green for the good defence as they came down the floor. Passed the ball inside to Daryl Pearce, saw that he was covered, and what a top rebound there by Davis. But Davis can't convert as Jones chases. And there we saw the long and the short of it, with Gordy McLeod standing alongside of Bill Jones attempting the steal. Bill Jones inside. Lovely move by Jones, and a superb inside pass there by Darryl Pearce.
Bill Jones becomes the top scorer in the ball game so far. He has 15.
You got to take. We don't care if they get it off the foul line. You got to get off. It's just right over the chest. Keep three. It's not working down here. You're forcing it back there. We don't need to force it. We need to keep kicking the ball. Darryl come off, roll down low, look to throw it on. Run our regular offense. Doesn't matter what they play. And we'll find, I think, that we'll get it easier and easier. They are very vulnerable at the back. They really are vulnerable down there inside, and the more we attack them in there, the more open stuff we're going to get on the outside. You're doing a good job now. Talk hard on these screens when they're moving all over the place on the screen. Let's go, let's go.
So the Hawks bring the ball in with 4 minutes and 12 seconds left to play until half-time. And they're 44, leading the West End 36ers 43 as Gordy McLeod drives all the way, feeds the ball back out to the foul line, and has a nice tip in there to take the Hawks to 46.
Hawks lead by 3. Darryl Pearce with the ball into Mark Davis, one player to beat, and beats him. Davis makes the basket and goes to 10 points for the match. The West End 36ers now trail by 1. Gordy McLeod brings the ball down for the Hawks. Gordy McLeod been a good player tonight. Guarded by Darryl Pearce. 24, Alphonse Hammond. 9, Graham Cubank. Back to Hammond. Ends up with Don Bickett. Attempts the shot and misses. Peter Ally makes the rebound. Al Green versus Alphonse Hammond. 36ers trail by 1. Pass comes out to Pearce. Room for the shot. Not quite on balance. Misses. Good rebound taken there by Rob Dempster. Hammond again. The ball just thrown away there by Graham Cubank. And it just trickles over the line, and it'll be a West End 36ers ball as Ken Cole is about to make a substitution. Peter Ally leaves the court. Good effort from Peter. And Mike Mackay comes back into the game.
So the 36ers looking for an outside shooter. Darryl Pearce not hitting a good percentage, but Mike Mackay immediately makes an error, which is unfortunate for him. And the Hawks making a substitution as well as Alphonse Hammond leaves the floor. And number 8, Brett Flanagan comes onto the floor.
I'm perhaps a little surprised that Bateman's spending as much time on the bench. He has 2 fouls, not a great deal at this time, and has done some great work. But then again, Illawarra are leading, so what am I talking about, Lynn?
Well, the guards from Illawarra are the shooters that are doing all the damage. And it's the guards that are hitting the good percentage shot. They're getting free across the top. As up goes the shot then. And I wasn't quite sure who made that basket.
Good basket from Don Bickett there.
So all the shooting from the Hawks is coming from around the top, whereas the 36ers like to go in through the big guys under the baseline. And, of course, the defence has got a lot to do with that. As Darryl Pearce misses another shot, Gordy McLeod, nice handoff, and Graham Cubank, lack of experience there, through the pass when perhaps should have gone all the way.
Yes, good work there by Mike Mackay. He had nothing else to do but to jump in the air, and he got the ball fair and square in the chest.
Substitution called by Ken Cole as Darryl Pearce sits out and Raymond Wood comes in for the first time tonight.
Hard on this dude to take this possession back off him. And when you get down there, don't be greedy. Just penetrate and deal off and put the ball back inside and look for the good stuff. When we do get it, be ready to chase it like crazy. Don't, you're still doing fine defensively. Yes, Al? Yeah, you can look to try and take it down the tube if he starts to come down that hole. That's why we want to start off with a regular balance, you know. You two up high, you're in the 4th spot. You're up high and regular balance so Al can come and drive off that first screen, or if he throws it into the man in the 4 spot mark, then you can roll down the line. If we leave it too much, we're vacating too quick. Hold them out on this defensive play. Come on, get on the board. 2 minutes hard to go. 2 minutes hard.
Graham Cubank to bring the ball in as the Hawks run into offence. Not a lot of penetration. Ball comes back out to the top there. Vickett looking to set something up as Cubank takes the shot, and Billy Jones pulls down his 8th rebound for the game. He's doing a very strong job on the boards for the 36ers as Al Green takes the shot, and Coach Ken Cole wouldn't be happy with that. He'd like to see a bit more offensive movement. They're doing a good job in defence. They can't afford to take a bad shot and just throw it away at the other end of the floor.
Unfortunately, Lynn, no one's making the outside shot for the West End 36ers at the moment. Pearce now off the court, shot well in the first quarter, not well in the second. Ray Wood missed with his first. Al Green has missed. And now it's Gordy McLeod. His doesn't even hit the ring as it just dribbles out of court, and the West End 36ers will take possession with 1 minute and 20 seconds to go in the first half.
A good defence again by the 36ers. McLeod had to force that shot up with only 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Raymond Wood throws the ball back out to the top. Al Green back out to the three-point shot there from Mike Mackay. And once again, we see the outside shot missed, and Adelaide only shooting 28% from the floor at this stage, where the Hawks are shooting 70%. So that tells the story.
The build-up was good from the West End 36ers there. They took the right shot, but unfortunately for them, they're not hitting. So they trail 45 to Illawarra 48. A lovely pass in there from McLeod into Cubank, but again, took the shot at the wrong time and was just easily blocked.
Great defence, Bill Jones. He comes across to help out when he saw Mike Mackay was in trouble, and he just swatted that ball into the 15th row.
That's Flanagan with the ball. Illawarra looking to set something up. 38 seconds to go in the first half. McLeod now been a good player. Cubank makes the shot, misses. Davis with the rebound out to Ray Wood. Ray Wood gives it to Mike Mackay. The 36ers trail by 3. Al Green loses possession, looking for a call. No call there. And McLeod will set it up. The Illawarra Hawks have a chance for one more attempt here in the first half. Some 12 seconds to go.
And the Hawks would be pretty happy to go into the halftime break with a 3-point lead. They look for a good shot here as Bickett takes the outside shot. Jones with a rebound. 2 seconds left to play. And the time beats that outside shot, the long shot there by Green. So at half-time, it's the Illawarra Hawks, 48, leading the West End 36ers, 45. So this game's developed into a very interesting contest as we go into this second half with the game 3 points in favour of the Hawks. The stats show that both teams are taking about the same number of shots, although the Hawks are shooting a better percentage. The Hawks have taken 43 shots and made 22, and the West End 36ers have made 19 from 45. And despite that bad pass, there's been relatively few errors, Andrew, with only 6 turnovers for the game to date.
2 points to Ray Wood there. Yes, the game is marked improvement on what we've seen so far this year. Perhaps that it is such a close game, and the standard has been, in fact, very good. Very good from both sides, I might add, as Warner the pass into Bateman. Bateman makes no mistake on the turn, and Illawarra pushing 36ers all the way. They're leading by 3 points.
And the rebound duel's also something out of the ordinary. I would have thought Illawarra to be winning the rebounding duels, but full marks to the 36ers. They've taken 21 rebounds to Illawarra 17 as Green attempts one from outside. Good rebound as a 3-on-1 fast break for the Hawks as Gordy McLeod has an air ball.
Ball kept in possession well there by Jim Bateman. He's been a good player for the Hawks tonight. The ball comes back to Hammond. He balks and feints. A lovely pass in from McLeod into Borner. Borner misses, but Alphonse Hammond pulls out with the rebound and eventually loses possession, and it'll be a West End 36ers ball from the side.
Good effort from Ray Wood there, Andrew, to get in underneath, block that offensive player out, and actually come away with the ball.
Well, there's nothing like experience, and there's no one in the NBL who's played more games than Ray Wood. Some 174 games. Lovely pass into Bill Jones. Bill Jones doesn't let his smaller teammate down by putting the ball into the basket. Now it's a 1-point ball game. Bill Jones has 17 points for the match so far.
And that appears to be the game plans laid from both teams. David Lindstrom looking for his players to get shots from around the foul line or perhaps a little bit further out. And Ken Cole will be looking for the 36ers to throw the ball inside to Jones and Davis.
Good defence from Bill Jones there. Just knocked the ball out of court. Standing behind Ray Borner. Borner looking for more from the referee. It didn't come. Opportunity lost there by 36ers, but the call eventually goes in their favour. Travel called against Alphonse Hammond as Ray Wood burns down the court now. Slips. Maintains possession and control and gives the ball to Mackay. Mackay puts the shot up. Looked good, but Davis, the big rebound, no mistake. Mark Davis scores his 12th point for the game as once again the West End 36ers hit the front by 1 point.
And that gives a lot of confidence there to the 36ers big guys, because Bateman's on 2 fouls, Borner's on 3. The Hawks can't afford to foul the 36ers big guys underneath. So if the ball can go in there, they know that they're going to be able to take a good shot, relatively uncontested.
Good work from Ray Wood again there, forcing the steal. Pass from Jones into Green, and Green makes no mistake on the turnaround. Al Green now 11 points, and he's slowly running back into good form. And if he gets into the form that we're used to, it's look out any other side that comes to town. Good pass there from McLeod to Bateman to Hammond, and the foul is called on Bill Jones, and he nods his head in agreement.
And that's a classic give and go. As the ball is thrown into the high post, the weak side guard cuts up strong. Hammond goes all the way to the basket. Jones comes across to help out, but bodies him, and the foul is called.
That's the first foul called on Bill Jones, as it's Alphonse Hammond on the foul line. The crowd stamp their feet, trying and put him off. Can't put this fella off. He makes the first one. And Hammond now has scored 13 points for the match and developing all the time. Puts up the second shot, takes plenty of time, makes no mistake. And once again, it's a 1-point ball game. Mike Mackay hands off to Al Green. Al Green, good pass across court, and better pass in from Wood to Davis, but hit Davis on the foot. Eventually hit Bateman in the face as Ken Cole shouts instructions at his players. The 36ers have possession. It's Ray Wood. Gives it to Green, heavily guarded by Alphonse Hammond. Wood again at the top. Green looking. Wood with control. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Mike Mackay looking for a shot. Could run out of time. Green eventually comes out with the ball. The ball goes back to Hammond and to Mike Mackay, and that's good play by the 36ers. They were under pressure, but Mackay got the shot away just in the nick of time, and that gives them a 3-point lead.
A nice handoff Al Green. It'd be interesting to see what's happening. There's a bit of a tussle developing between Green and Bickett, and they're both pushing each other around a little bit. And there's a blocking foul called away from the play on Gordy McLeod, and Al Green thought that he'd been caught.
Well, in fact, I was watching Al Green, and I saw the little push go out to Hammond, and the umpire's whistle blew, and I was waiting for Al Green to put his hand up, and all of a sudden it was Gordy McLeod that put his hand up, so I missed that one. The 36ers have possession to Jones. 3 points in this game, the 36ers leading as Jones attempts the shot, misses, and big Ray Borner, 6'10", pulls out the rebound. McLeod now sets it up to Bateman, almost to travel, drives all the way. Davis, a good strong rebound. And this quarter should tell the story. Whoever manages to get on top. Mike Mackay, great play, Mike Mackay. He was up against one of the tallest players in Australia in Ray Borner, and he just stopped and behind the backboard, came out with the right hand and put the ball in. And Mike Mackay really starting to lift his game now. That's his 8th point. And Bateman once again with the ball. Borner called for it. It didn't come as it comes out to Bickett. Good shot from Don Bickett. Don Bickett now moves into double figures, 10 points for the game.
It's a bit of a nervous opening by the Illawarra Hawks. They've blown a 3-point lead at half-time to be 3 points down now, and they've made 4 bad passes in this opening couple of minutes of the second half, as Ray Borner pulls down another big rebound, and Ray Borner starting to do a bit of work on the defensive boards.
Well, if he can stay out of foul trouble, he'll give the 36ers plenty of trouble. What a knockout by Mark Davis. Got the big arm up there, and down came the ball as Green takes the shot alone. Oh, in and out of the gasometer, as they used to say in the old days. And Green fails with that one. A lovely pass there, straight into Don Bickett. He was mobile and made the basket. Once again, a one-point ball game. And this is really developing into a great game.
The 36ers not hustling up on defence and working quite as hard as they were in the first half. So Coach Ken Cole will be very aware of that from the 36ers point of view. As Bill Jones takes a bad shot. That shot shouldn't have been taken. There's a bad pass that's made, and the 36ers are fortunate to come away with possession there, because that fast break was definitely on there, Andrew.
Very, very fortunate. Don Bickett just seemed to fall at the last minute. He was looking for a trip, but it just wasn't there. The umpire's done a fairly good job tonight as Mike Mackay tries to force a shot out. Not a good shot. Crowd go mad looking for a travel. Bateman this time goes all the way. And the Illawarra Hawks again, they hit the front by 1 point, 58 to 57. And they really are making the 36ers work very, very hard. As we said, it's a whole new look Illawarra side this year. And they've been talked about as giving plenty of the big sides a big push, and they're doing that with the West End 36ers tonight as Ray Wood misses. Don't see that too often. Bickett comes out, 3-on-2 for Illawarra. McLeod against Davis. McLeod across to Hammond. No mistake, Alphonse Hammond. And Illawarra increased that lead now to 3 points.
Yeah, the Hawks really like to run, Andrew. They're running their fast break because they're fast guards, good shooters in Hammond and Gordy McLeod. And with Borner and Bateman starting to get on top on the defensive boards, they're able to run their fast break. And that's got to be a worry for 36ers coach Ken Cole. Nice pass inside and a good spin by Bill Jones.
And Bill Jones this year really has increased his workload offensively. That's now his 19th point for the ball game. Last year we wouldn't have seen that in too many games. Did great work in defence. But this year, and as he's told me a couple of days ago, the ball comes my way, I'm going to put it in the basket. And he's now done that for 19 points tonight as the ball comes to Borner. Jones against him, and there's the foul. That's the second one on Bill Jones. Coach Ken Cole, Mike Mackay goes out of the game. And Darryl Pearce back on the court, number 4. Ken Cole signalling that Borner ran into Jones and hit him with the elbow when he went up for that shot. And as you said, perhaps Bill Jones a little unlucky. Has 2 fouls for the ball game. As the big scoreboard says noise, and the crowd tried to follow suit, and they make plenty of noise. Make even more when Ray Borner misses. I've never seen a crowd intimidated by a scoreboard before, Lynn, but it seems to work. Didn't work against Borner though, as he made the second one. And the Illawarra Hawks hold on to a slender 2-point lead.
Certainly the crowd response down here is very good. They certainly support the home team, the 36ers, as Darryl Pearce is back onto the floor. Nice pass underneath to Davis. Davis should make that shot. And he's disappointed that he missed it, but Peter Alloys followed up beautifully and made certain that the ball went through the hole.
Well, Peter Alloy's usually there when you need him, and he was there for that 2 points, and the scores are tied at 61 apiece. As Alphonse Hammond goes for the 3-pointer, misses. Davis the rebound. Bickett want to be careful. Pearce now with the ball. Gives it back to Al Green. 4 minutes and 2 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Capacity crowd here at the Apollo Stadium, and been given a treat tonight. Some outstanding basketball from both sides. 10-second shot clock goes. Pearce goes for the shot. Davis pulls Bateman off the back court. Pearce misses with the shot, and now it's Hammond. Over to Jim Bateman. Jim Bateman, a lovely pass into Ray Borner. Hook shot, misses, and Davis the rebound. 2-on-2. What will Al Green do? Decides to go all the way, and does it beautifully. Great weaving and working there by Al Green. And once again, it's the West End 36ers leading by 2 points.
What a great move from Al Green. The defence did everything right, but Green was just too good. Throw that left hand out off the glass. Just a lovely move by Al Green.
13 points for the Mean Machine. Borner back out to Don Bickett. Bickett shot well tonight and continues his form with that basket. Bickett now moves to 14 points.
The defence can't allow Bickett to be so free in and around the foul line area, because he's going to shoot that ball in the hole every time from there.
It seems that on occasions they've forgotten that he's in the lineup and he's a good player. So scores locked away, 63 all. Al Green attempts the long shot and misses. And a fast break coming here for Hammond. Takes 2 peeps like a jockey and pots it in the basket. Pearce looking for help.
So the 36ers guards not covering the backcourt there. Al Green with the ball. Defensive foul is called there on Brett Flanagan. Green moving very quickly with the ball.
If Green had the court there and just changed direction and Flanagan just cannoned into Green as Don Bickett tried to set up a screen, but it worked against the Illawarra Hawks, and so the foul was called.
If Flanagan just didn't quite make good defensive position there. The legs are a bit wide. Had he been in a correct defensive position, that foul could well have gone the other way.
Illawarra coach Dave Lindstrom certainly not scared to make plenty of changes as Pearce does hit with that one. And that gives the West End 36ers a 1-point lead. But as I was saying, Lindstrom not scared to make plenty of changes. He's just taken Bickett off the court. Cubank comes back into the game, number 9, Graham Cubank. Rob Dempster also on the court, Jim Bateman sitting on the bench. And now it's Cubank looking to go in. Looking for Ray Borner. 10-second shot clock warns. And the 36ers win possession.
3-second call.
3-second call there by referee John Beams. It's Al Green, pressured by Alphonso Hammond. Hammond been a good player, as has Al Green. A good game developing here. Pearce again goes for the basket, misses. Looking for the hands foul. Green the rebound over Ray Borner, but misses. Green the second time around. What lovely work, Al Green.
Superb effort, Al Green. Missed the first shot, rebounded his own shot. Did that a couple of times, and he's up against 6'10" there in Borner, and that was just a superb effort for him to make that shot.
Well, I said, Lynn, the story of the game might be told in this third quarter, but I don't think so. Still only a 3-point ball game. The West End 36ers leading. Peter Ally the rebound. When the three-quarter time siren goes, she's still going to be a close ball game. Mark Davis, the big shot. Jones went for the follow-up dunk but missed, and a foul is now called on Bill Jones. His head goes funny. He can't believe the foul that's called.
As up goes the shot from Davis, Jones comes over the top, and how unlucky can you be? He's up so high that he just wasn't able to jam it. And then Jones chasing the ball, the referee calls the foul. But Davis really at fault there. Davis should have made that shot. It wasn't a particularly hard shot. As a lovely rebound from the same man, so he's making amends at the other end. As through goes Darryl Pearce. Darryl Pearce looking for a foul on Ray Borner and just ran straight at him, and that's experience from Darryl Pearce and confidence that he can go all the way.
And experience from Ray Borner. He knew exactly what was on Pearce's mind. Borner's got 3 fouls and Pearce was looking for 4 on him, but Borner just ran straight past and out of court. It's a good play on both players there. It's a lovely shot from Graham Cubank, and the strength of the Illawarra court bench really is something, Lynn. You know, they've been able to substitute guys like Gordy McLeod, Jim Bateman, Don Bickett, and their subs like Cubank and Flanagan. They've been continuously putting that ball in the basket. As Allied puts the pass into Jones, Jones misses with the first, but Davis gets up there and just taps it in off the board. The scores now, the West End 36ers 72, leading the Illawarra Hawks 68. 1 second to go, and Hammond just misses with the shot. Three-quarter time, and there's 4 points in it.
He's going right down to the wire. The third quarter was a very good quarter for the West End 36ers. They've turned a 3-point half-time deficit into a 4-point lead. They win the tip, and they're going straight into offense as Billy Jones looking to go one-on-one with Ray Borner inside to Al Green. Al Green was 1 on 3. The foul's being called. Green goes to the foul line.
It appeared that the holding foul was called here on Alphonse Hammond as Green tried to get the shot away, and Hammond got hold of him. And now Al Green is on the foul line. Anyone's ball game this, a capacity crowd here at the Apollo Stadium. The 36ers leading by 4 points as Al Green misses with the first. And Coach Ken Cole would be hoping that they could make those, because this really has been a tremendous game. Al Green makes the second. It's a 5-point game. The West End 36ers leading. And Al Green now moves his scoring along to 16 points for the game. Jim Bateman looking to get the ball into Hammond. Good defence, Green. But the pass comes in from McLeod to Borner. Jones just standing there. But the foul has been called on Alphonse Hammond. I'm not sure what for.
Green and Hammond have been doing a lot of work without the ball. Green and Hammond up there. You can see just at the bottom of the screen, pushing and shoving each other there. And the referee has said that Hammond has tried to push Green out of the way. So both players doing a lot of work, physical work without the ball and away from the ball underneath the basket.
Well, the 2 points counted, but Alphonse Hammond is on 4 fouls now, so he's in a touch of trouble. He wants to be very careful. Darryl Pearce with the ball, looking to move in. The pass goes into Jones to Davis. And great defensive work there by Jim Bateman. I don't know what he's complaining about. Okay, so the West End 36ers.
That's great defence as the ball goes in underneath. And what the Hawks players are saying is that that should have been a jump ball rather than a 36ers ball from the side, as Jones makes a nice shot. And Bill Jones scoring at will for the 36ers. That takes him along to 21 big points. And he's dominating the rebounding, scoring a lot of points, and he's certainly one of the players that have brought the 36ers to life in that third quarter.
Al Green looking for another foul from Alphonse Hammond, and that'll be his 5th. The ball's with Jim Bateman. Good work, Ally, but he loses it again. Hammond looking for the shot. Good defence, Green. The crowd love it. Ally ends up with the ball. Gives it off to Bill Jones. That was great work, Al Green.
And Al Green certainly having a top game tonight here, Andrew. He's made some superb baskets, and that's a good job on defence. He spins now. He'll go off the glass. No, throws the ball out to Darryl Pearce for a three-pointer. And Darryl Pearce doesn't let him down.
No, the ball couldn't make up its mind whether it wanted to go in or not, but the crowd got it in there, and the West End 36ers now lead by 8 points, 78-70. Bateman, a lovely drop pass to Ray Borner, but Borner comes out again, wasn't balanced. Right across the court now. And Bickett, we've been talking about it all night. Don Bickett, they leave him on his own and he'll score every time. He now has 16 points for the ball game. Illawarra Hawks trail by 6. Pearce with the ball, pressured by Hammond. Pearce looking for the pass. Right across court to Peter Ally, and he moves it out again to Al Green. So the 36ers looking to set it up. Lovely defensive work there by Illawarra. Pearce almost retrieves the work. Foul is eventually called.
And Darryl Pearce frustrated then. He made a bad pass at the other end. Now he's got quite good defensive position here to take the charge, but he goes out and in frustration just throws the arm out. And that is not good defence by Darryl Pearce.
Even blind Freddie would have seen that one, Lynn. There's no way the umpire was going to miss that one. All the umpires have got peas in their whistle tonight, Lynn. And in fact, they have done an extremely good job.
Yes, good refereeing tonight. I think it's been fairly consistent, but we also have to say that I think the quality of the game has been very good. So I think when the play is good, the referees also tend to do a good job.
We're going to shoot the ball out there. As soon as they get across, get in there and tap it down. Tap it down. Get after it a little bit. Get a little bit more aggressive now. And down here, just run the stuff. We're going to get good shots. We'll be able to get the ball inside to Ray anytime. They're never going to jump up and try to check his shot. And that's why when we get the ball into you, you need to turn around and shoot it because he's going to the board. Transition. Make sure we get back in the transition. What they're doing is that they're alternating. Every time that they miss, they're coming back in a man-to-man. So just don't worry about it. Just run our regular stuff. When they come out to set that screen, Mark, come up to set the screen when they're in the zone, and as soon as Darryl goes to start to make his move, just bust straight down the lane, and I reckon he can hit you. He's switching, I reckon he can hit you down the lane. And the post plays low, like deep. Okay, let's go, men. Now, come on, now's the time to really get control of the ball.
So defence has been the name of this game, Andrew. The score is 78 to the West End 36ers, leading the Illawarra Hawks 72. And both teams shooting around about the 48%. Illawarra with 48%, the West End 36ers with 47. As Don Bickett takes the first of 2 foul shots and scores to take his team along to 73.
17 points for the game for Don Bickett, been a good player. Misses with the second. The referee John Beams has called an infringement, I think, on Mark Davis for going in for the rebound too soon, so Bickett's going to get another chance.
Very difficult judgment to make because the rebounders aren't allowed into the keyway until the ball hits the ring, but Bickett still misses with the second as Jones picks up the loose ball. Al Green looking for a foul. and brings the ball down into the offence for the 36ers. So they'll look to settle down and throw the ball inside. There's a bad pass made there by Jones. Here goes Bickett all the way. Great defence by Jones. Superb reject by Jones, and he's all by himself down there. He had 4 Hawks players fighting for the offensive rebound, and what a great effort by Jones.
Yeah, that was a real individual effort, and that is why he's captain. He really does play by example, and he will lift that team with that sort of effort. Great effort, Bill Jones, as the ball comes into him now to Al Green, waits for the shot, and he's called a charging foul on Al Green. I don't believe that.
Dropped the shoulder in underneath. Let's just see on the replay what has happened. Al Green's got the ball, and up he goes. Well, I couldn't really see that there was a charge foul there. He certainly dropped the head, but the referee was fairly close, and well, perhaps the referees heard what we were saying earlier, Andrew, and decided to do something about it.
Once again now, it's Illawarra looking to set it up. They trail by 5 points in what's so far been a great game of basketball. Borner, another great reject by Bill Jones. And what a superb individual effort by him again. Had to beat 6'10" Ray Borner, got the hand on the ball as Al Green goes and makes the basket. The West End 36ers move to 80 with 8.5 minutes to play. The West End 36ers 80, leading the Illawarra Hawks 73. Al Green now 18 points for the game.
And got in the cloud to Bateman. Bateman looks for the drive, and Jones again intimidates, got a hand to it, blocked the shot, and a foul's been called on Peter Eli.
So Jim Bateman will go to the foul line. Jones did the block on the first one, but as the ball came back to Bateman, Allo got his hands in the road. So Jim Bateman's at the foul line. The Illawarra Hawks trailing by 7 points. Superb game of basketball. The crowd responds to the noise command. Plenty of noise here as Bateman goes for the first and misses. The crowd react accordingly. Capacity house here at the Apollo Stadium for what's been the best game of the season so far as Bateman attempts the second and misses again, and Davis does the rest with a great rebound.
Well, Coach Lindstrom from the Hawks would not be happy with his team's foul shooting. Anyone at this level should hit 90% from the foul line, and it's just not happening as Darryl Pearce put a shot under a lot of pressure. Nice handoff underneath, and there's Green again, but this time it's a defensive foul. And Don Bickett, not a happy little piggy with that call.
No, very difficult call for the umpire there. The ball came back from Pearce to Al Green, and he was looking, and when you look at it there, it is almost exactly the same as the last foul, and the last time it was called on Al Green, this time it's called in his favour, so that's all I'm saying, Lynn.
So Al Green on the line. And that takes his individual tally to 19, and the 36ers along to 81, leading the Hawks 73. And that's 20 points to Al Green, and he's certainly been alive in this third and final quarter of this game and really lifted the 36ers with the exciting way that he's been playing.
Well, you're right there, Lynn. He's just got better and better as the game's gone on. And this is, good, plenty of work there going on between Bateman and Ally flings Bateman around as Al Green comes out with the ball. And we were almost going to have a confrontation there. Bickett, out of sheer frustration, just dragged Al Green down.
That's the intentional foul here. Green comes away with the ball, and Don Bickett goes for the big grab. Intentional foul called, and that puts Green on the line down at the other end. And I think the result of the reason that foul was called was that Eli and Bateman were just being so physical with each other earlier to that. The referee didn't make a decision on that one, and I think a lot of frustration then came out in Bickett when he fouled Al Green.
Al Green at the foul line now, taking the shot for the intentional foul. Bickett now also in foul trouble, makes the shot. Bickett in foul trouble with 4 fouls, as is Alphonse Hammond on 4 fouls. Ray Borner done a good job to stay on 3. Green missed with the second shot, but the 36ers will retain possession from the side because of the intentional foul. And it's Pearce to Peter Ally. Now Green with the ball. Green been a good player, been a good game tonight. Peter Ally over to Pearce. Pearce goes for the basket and makes it. And the crowd's really coming alive now as the West End 36ers open up the biggest break of the game so far. They now lead by 12 points, 85-73. Great basket from Alphonse Hammond. Went all the way, couldn't get the shot on the forward, went around the backside and put it in the basket. Great play, Hammond. Green now for the 36ers. Two players go out of court. Jones attempts the shot and misses. Pearce fighting for the rebound, but it's the smallest player in Australia that comes out with it. Hammond. McLeod got it to Hammond. Hammond deciding to go all the way again, misses this occasion. And Davis, cool as you like, pulls down the big rebound.
And Davis intimidated the shot and then grabbed the defensive rebound as well. So it's Angel's fear to tread in there. Al Green tries to make the pass inside to Davis. And the Hawks come away with the ball and they trail by 10 points. As Alphonse Hammond goes up for the three-pointer and makes it, that takes the Hawks to 78. And they're trailing 85.
And Alphonse Hammond, 23 points. And the game isn't over yet. Plenty of time yet. 6.5 minutes to go in this ball game. And you can score 20 or 30 points in 6.5 minutes.
And both coaches going crazy because there's so much physical work going on away from the ball. And each of the coaches is screaming at the referee to make the call in their favour.
10-second shot clock warns. Darryl Pearce attempts the three-pointer and makes no mistake. Lovely shot from Darryl Pearce. We saw it in the first quarter as the Illawarra Hawks are down court again, and Hammond does exactly the same at the other end. And so the 36ers just not able to draw away. Illawarra keep hitting back, and it really is very, very difficult for sides to win on this leg of a tour. They played in Perth last night. They only arrived in Adelaide 3 hours before the game. The Illawarra Hawks have done an outstanding job. Pearce off to Jones, into Green, twists, turns for the shot and makes the shot. Great play, Al Green. Landed flat on his bum but made the basket. And it's Gordy McLeod. But there's the foul called on Bill Jones. Gordy McLeod, the smallest player on the court, just ran past Bill Jones and the knee came out.
Gordy McLeod with the ball. He'll make the defensive player commit, and as he spins across there in front of Jones, actually looking for the cross-court pass, and Bill Jones couldn't do anything else but take the extra step and foul the little fella as he ran across in front. But this quarter certainly belongs to Al Green. He's brought the 36ers alive, done a great job in defence, and he's currently scoring 23 points for the 36ers as we see a substitution and a timeout.
There's no reason for anybody to run away from Pearce. I don't understand why he's by himself. There's no reason. The guy that's on Pearce doesn't help out with somebody else. He stays with Pearce.
Now, cut hard off it. If you cut hard off it and it's high, maybe you can get a chance to post that man up quick on that first cut inside. But get to your positions quicker on the floor than we're getting there and run our offense hard and take complete charge on the board. You've got 4 on your BJ, just play it hard, boys. Come on, come on, come on.
So with 5 minutes and 31 seconds left to play, it's the West End 36ers by 9 points as the Hawks run into offence. There's a steal picked up again as Bickett goes all the way, scores 2 points. That takes the Hawks to 83, trailing by 7 points. As Peter Eli brings the ball down the floor for the 36ers, and the 36ers shooting percentage has certainly picked up in this quarter. They've hit 75% from the floor in this quarter after only 48% up until the third quarter as the pass goes inside to Peter Eli. Eli makes a strong basket despite a lot of attention from the Hawks defence, and the Hawks not shooting anywhere near as well. They're down to 45% for this quarter, which is basically maintaining what they've done for the whole game. As Bateman spins, good defence by Davis as Davis blocks out, and Hammond makes 2 good points, 2 strong points.
Hammond kept them in the game in the dying moments of this game. Alphonse Hammond now 28 points for the game's top point scorer. But then again, Lynn, hasn't Darryl Pearce improved as the game's got on? He only scored a handful of points in the first half and now into 18. And that pass he just let off to Peter Allo was a superb pass. As the 10 seconds warning goes, Pearce turns around, gives it to Peter Allo. Allo hits the ring, fails with the shot, and Gordy McLeod comes streaming down to attack. The pass was aimed for Don Bickett, but Mark Davis just put the hand up and it went out of court. But the Illawarra Hawks retained possession. They're trailing by 7 points. Don Bickett, good player for the Hawks tonight. Bateman standing next to Jones. Jones won't foul him. He's got 4. And Jim Bateman makes the easiest of 2 points. There's a full court press now applied by Illawarra. They're looking to steal this game. Darryl Pearce now with the ball. It's been a great game of basketball tonight. Mark Davis turns, spins, stays up in the air and makes the basket.
And you won't see a better spin than that. Mark Davis picked up the ball, threw a little head feint to the left and then spun beautifully on a 20-cent piece to make that shot. Almost a travel there as Alphonse Hammond goes up to the three-pointer. Eli with a strong rebound. So Al Green will settle down. They should look for a good shot here with the score 94 to the West End 36ers. And they're leading the Hawks on 87 as Mark Davis picks up 2 off the glass to take his team along to 96 points with only 3 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in this game.
Good work by Davis there. But Illawarra not out of this game yet as Cubank attempts the shot. Rebound basket attempted by Bickett. The ball hit out of court, but it will be Illawarra's ball.
And Ken Cole would be going crazy for the 36ers, allowing an uncontested rebound by the Hawks. Here's a drive by Bickett, guarded by Davis. The foul's being called. It's a holding foul, but that should be no score.
Gordy McLeod pretty happy with that decision. Davis really has no alternative but to go with Bateman and moving all the way, and you can see the contact made there, and the foul had to be called on Mark Davis. The crowd, once again, get the signal from the scoreboard to make plenty of noise. There it is. As Bickett misses with the shot, Alphonse Hammond come out with the rebound. Bateman turns around, a lovely little hook shot. And Jim Bateman, as we saw with Newcastle last year, a very good player. One of the Americans in the Illawarra side. Now it's Al Green.
The 36ers have gone to sleep on defence. That's good defence by the Hawks and bad by the 36ers because Bill Jones shouldn't be left to bring the ball down the floor, and most of the 10 seconds had already gone before he'd been able to hand off to one of the guards.
So I suppose we should point out for those people that don't know, if you're in offence, you only have 10 seconds to bring the ball in over the halfway mark, and the 36ers failed to do that, so lost possession as Bateman attempts the shot and makes the shot. And this game getting closer all the time. Well, once again, this full court press really working for Illawarra. They only trail by 4 points as a long pass goes down to Bill Jones. Lucky again not to have a foul called on him as Illawarra win possession. Bickett under the basket and a foul called on Al Green. And this game can go either way.
Long pass down underneath to Bickett. Throws the feint. Al Green, obvious hands contact there. Slaps Bickett across the arms. And so Bickett's got the opportunity now to score from the foul line and bring this deficit of 4 back to 2. And Coach Ken Cole makes a substitution. Peter Eli, who was forced to bring the ball down the floor on the last 2 occasions, is substituted by a ball handler in Ray Wood. So the crowd giving a lot of curry to Don Bickett, but he rises to the occasion, is unperturbed as he coolly sinks the first of his foul shots to reduce the deficit to 3.
That's 20 points for Don Bickett, and that makes 21 as he succeeds with the second one. And it is just 2 points in this game. Ray Wood on the court now. Peter Allo just subbed off. Illawarra bench screaming that was 10 seconds again. And the 36ers, the ball now into Davis, looking for the shot. No foul called. And it's Gordy McLeod racing down the court for Illawarra. Bickett with the ball, gives it to Bateman, looked at the shot, changed his mind, back to And what's the umpire called here? He has called the ball in favour of Illawarra.
Scrambly here. Davis comes through, a bit of a push and a shove. And Alphonse Hammond says, it's our ball.
1 minute and 40 seconds to go in this game. 2 points the difference. The West End 36ers lead as Bateman gets the opportunity to drive all the way, but the foul's called on Ray Wood. So Bateman now will go to the line and has the chance to equal the scores.
And bad defence by the 36ers. Jones did everything right, got back there underneath the basket in between his man and the ring, but Ray Wood threw the arm out, picked up the foul. And the 36ers doing everything wrong against this great defence, full court press by the Hawks, both in as they're bringing the ball down the floor, and when they get down, they've taken a bad shot.
To be able to carry the ball down the floor. Billy, get down here hard into the feeder spot, Mark in the centre, and let's run Philly. Let's run a Philly straight away for Mark and run it hard. when the man goes down and Mark comes down, pop out hard and really scream for the ball back as if you want that ball back so we can push it in. When Mark gets it and spins and goes in, you get in and put a lid on it. And you've got to play right up on these guys, and they're looking for these three-pointers. Now, you got Borna, and who went out? Now, you got...
We'll put Ray down low on the stack. Take it to him, kick it back, bring it back, you pop. Okay, that's what we're going to run after we pull the ball down to the other end. Okay, get after it. Okay, go.
1 minute and 31 seconds left in this ball game. 2 points the difference. The West End 36ers lead, but Jim Bateman has the opportunity to level the scores. Now 1 point the difference as Bateman is successful with the first. 96-95. Been a great game of basketball. Jim Bateman, 21 points for the game so far. Will it be 22? Yes, it is, and scores are tied. Illawarra persisting with that full court press, and the pass went straight to Bateman, and now they have the chance to hit the front with 1 minute and 25 seconds remaining. Illawarra came from 10 points down as the shot is blocked. Lovely block shot by Davis and Jones there. Al Green streams down the court, gives it to Pearce, and Pearce, will it go in? No, went in and came out. Davis the rebound and missed. So Illawarra now the big chance to go to the lead. Gordy McLeod with the ball. Nerve-wracking game.
Well, that was the wrong time for Darryl Pearce to take that shot, but they've got another opportunity because Ray Wood has certainly done a job on defence and kept Gordy McLeod in the backcourt. And I think that rejected shot by Bill Jones could be the action that decides the outcome of this game if the 36ers can score in this offensive movement. And Jones up for the shot. It's good.
Great shot. If ever a captain had to score 2 points, he was on the Australian centre, Ray Borna. Jones over the top. The 36ers lead by 2. The ball into Borna. Jones guarding him. But Borna, he makes the shot. She's a drawn ball game once again. 98-98. Ray Wood bringing the ball down. Illawarra persisting with the full court press. The crowd's gone berserk. 20 seconds. One successful shot can win it. Jones again misses. Davis the rebound and comes out.
Good move, Mark Davis. There's 9 seconds left to play. Davis has got the shot. It's going to be overtime as Darryl Pearce goes up for the three-pointer.
Misses. We've run out of time.
Throws the ball.
And it's a draw. It's a draw. 98 points apiece, and we've run out of time, so we're going into overtime. And Lynn, this has been a great ball game.
Look out, because here come the West End 36ers. The 36ers know only one way to play the game, and that's to play their hearts out. Every game's one step closer to the national finals. And this year, look out, because here come the 36ers. The West End 36ers. Come and see them in action at Apollo Stadium.
Hard as we know how. 5 minutes now of real hard flogging stuff to go. And you've got to be up, eh? Yeah, just run through. We've stopped going through it. Just go through it. We're getting the ball inside now. Just get up and put it in and take the fouls on it, but run our stuff. If you're too tired to run it, you've got to come out. If you're too tired, you've got to come out. We've got to play D on them. We've got to rebound like crazy. Push it out of the backcourt and open up the break. Push it hard and run our stuff. Get in the line. You can hit him on the foul line. If you're under pressure, hit him on the foul. Billy, we want to keep going that way. If we're under pressure, hit Mark on the foul line. Get off him quick and let him take that man one-on-one to the hole. Where are we going? Go, fellas.
And what a ball game this has been tonight. Full time, the scores dead level at 98 apiece. A great effort from Illawarra. They were trailing by over 10 points into that last quarter. Coach Dave Lindstrom said, "Okay, fellas, let's snap on a full court press," and didn't that work wonders, Lynn? They got back in front. The 36ers got back in front. When the siren went, she was 98 points apiece.
Yes, the full court press, of course, is designed to really put some pressure on the ball handlers, pick up the steals, the interceptions, and force the offensive team into errors. And that's just what happened. The 36ers fell into the trap. They didn't leave the guards to bring the ball down the floor and clear out, have the centre player dropping into either the centre line or back on the foul line. Errors were made, and full marks to the Hawks. They've really made a ball game out of this. And with 5 minutes of play remaining, both teams will go towards the same baskets as they did in that last quarter. And Ray Borner not taking the tip. It's Don Beckett in the tip with Bill Jones. And Bill Jones, the 36ers captain, has put in a tremendous game for his team tonight.
23 points to Bill Jones up against Don Beckett. So Illawarra take the first possession. We're into extra time as Bateman attempts the three-pointer and misses, and Jones the rebound out to Ray Wood, but he'll come back, but Alphonse Hammond just came up behind him and took it off Ray Wood. Not good offense there by Wood, but not good calling from his teammates. Mind you, it's fairly difficult. The stadium, you can hardly hear anything. So Illawarra looking to get a psychological advantage and score the first 2 points here in overtime. There's a lovely pass from Beckett into Borner, and Borner makes the basket. Hasn't had a lot of court time tonight, but what he has done has been effective when he is on the court. Once again, it's Ray Wood. Almost lost possession. Bill Jones, as Borner goes out of the game. The steal attempted by Beckett. The pass back to Jones. What will he do? He'll put it in the basket. 100 points apiece.
And Borner can't play defence on Jones. If the ball goes inside, Borner's only going to have an arm up. Jones did well to make that basket, make the defensive player in Borner commit. The pass goes into Bateman on the spin, and it's Davis with the rebound.
Davis done his job tonight. Once again, Ray Wood, what a ball game. 100 points apiece, 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Al Green looking to go all the way. Lost control, and now they're setting it up again. The West End 36ers in offense. Mark Davis up and in. So the West End 36ers take a 2-point lead. 3.5 minutes to go.
Crucial basket there for Davis. He's missed a few of those in close to the basket, and the 36ers really needed him to make that one as the crowd calls for a charge.
Good defense by the 36ers. Borner was all set to go up. No one was going to foul him. You can see a lovely pass comes in from Bateman into Borner, and then just behind him you see the little flick out of the hands from Raymond Wood. Illawarra retained possession, but they didn't manage to score. The West End 36ers lead by 2 in what has been an outstanding ball game. Close all night. The 36ers led at quarter time and half time. Illawarra led at half time. The 36ers at 3/4 time. Alphonse Hammond tried to go all the way. Borner missed on the first, missed on the second, makes the third. Ray Borner now scored 15 points for the ball game. And the scores are tied away, 102 points apiece.
And Borner shouldn't have been allowed to walk in there. The 36ers should have kept him out of the way. Ray Wood throws the ball out to Darryl Pearce. Al Green, and the 36ers offense is looking a bit ragged as Ray Wood takes an uncontested shot, and it's good. And that takes the 36ers to 104, leading the Illawarra Hawks 102.
Not too often Ray Wood will miss when he's got that much space, and no one defended him. Now he's after Gordy McLeod. Back to Beckett, to Alphonse Hammond, to Bateman. Bateman, lovely turn, but lovely work from Darryl Pearce. Bateman goes in for a second try and is successful. And once again, Bateman proving his worth, 24 points for the game, and scores are tied away. No side can get a decisive advantage.
Very important with shot selection from both teams. They can't afford to take a bad shot because there's only just over 2 minutes remaining. And if the bad shot is missed or there is an error, then the other team has the opportunity to regain possession. And Al Green with a nice pass inside from Bill Jones takes the 36ers to a 2-point lead. 106-104.
Strong play there by Al Green. Had to beat 2 opponents, but he has the foul called on him. as Alphonse Hammond and Green seem to be going the same way. But referee John Beams picked out the foul on Green, with the West End 36ers leading by 2 points. Hammond at the foul line, ready to take the shots. Been a tremendous game of basketball tonight. Hammond been a heavy scorer for the Illawarra Hawks, 27 points. Crowd stamping their feet, hoping he'll miss. Hammond, concentration, doesn't miss. 1 point in the game. 1 minute and 42 seconds remaining. Hammond, 28 points.
And it's interesting to see that Ray Borner is not underneath contesting the offensive rebound.
Scores are locked away, 106 points each. And a real full court press. Bateman gets the hands of the ball, but Green wins out. Pierce. And now 2-on-1, but Jones didn't see Davis waiting down in the back court. Now Davis with it. Davis moves in the key. Ray Wood attempts the shot. Looks good, is good. Ray Wood scores again, and hasn't he come good? A three-pointer from Ray Wood, and the West End 36ers lead by 3. 1 minute and 15 seconds remaining.
And that's a crucial shot for the 36ers, because now the Illawarra Hawks have to make a three-pointer to stay in the game. And it's a great block, good defence by the 36ers, but it goes out of bounds, and it's a Hawks ball from the side.
The crowd had their hearts in their mouths there. They thought the foul was coming on Green, but all it was a possession to the Illawarra Hawks as a timeout is called. The West End 36ers 109, leading the Illawarra Hawks 106.
Okay. You got a minute to bust your foot. Okay? They shouldn't be standing shooting jumpers from three-point range, okay? You want me to stay on pitch? I don't care who we shoot. We just need to stay on our men when we switch. That's it. Right, let's pick up Green. We're going to start Ray away. He's offense. Run a reverse if necessary. Run that little reverse through hard. But you've got to get the ball in from inbounds. They'll try and press if they score. Get it in hard. Push it down. Set up your offense. If you haven't got a break, set up your offense. Get balanced, because if we throw the ball to the two-man, make it hard for Billy and take a hard reverse, and you'll get a layup out of it or an easy jumper. If you time it right, you'll get a layup. Head-to-head defense. Come on. Hold him this time. Hold him this time. No foul. And the shot selection from the 36ers has been great in this extra period. They've made 5 from 5 from the floor, including that three-pointer from Ray Wood. And that puts a lot of pressure on the Hawks. And the Hawks' full-court defence putting a lot of pressure on the 36ers as they bring the ball down the floor. So what the 36ers will do is try and clear out. One guard will pass the ball into the other, and the forwards and the centre player will go right down the floor. As there's the three-point attempt by Bickett, which fortunately for the 36ers misses. Al Green bringing the ball down the floor with Raymond Wood, and now they'll set up and wait for a good clear shot.
And a steal made by Alphonse Hammond. Good work there from Hammond. Hasn't he been a good player? 1 point in this game, but the foul is there called on Hammond, and he will leave the ball game. That's 5 fouls.
And I think Hammond was a bit lucky not to pick up the foul the last time. As the ball came into Darryl Pierce, he threw the arm out. It was obviously a foul. And so that puts the Iceman, Darryl Pierce, on the foul line. And if anyone in my team was going to be shooting foul shots with a 1 point lead and 39 seconds remaining in the ball game, I would like it to be Darryl Pierce.
Well, they said Hammond was a good player. Scored 31 points. He's off the court now. 39 seconds remaining in this ball game. The West End 36ers 109. The Illawarra Hawks 108. Darryl Pierce on the foul line. Alphonse Hammond off the court. They played a great game. Pierce. If you want to know what pressure's like, look at his face, because the pressure's on him. 39 seconds remaining. Pierce with the first and misses. Bill Jones comes out with the rebound. 36ers pass into Davis from Green. There has to be a foul there. It could have been on any one of 3 players.
And that's a really good move by Al Green. He went in for the layup. The shot was there if he wanted it. The defence switched across. He threw the ball down to Davis, who also did a good job without the ball. Just dropped into the big hole created as the defence left to come to Green. And Green wasn't going to throw up a bad shot at this stage of the game. Threw it into his teammate, who was fouled. So Davis on the line. And this is with the first one. There's a lot of pressure out there, Andrew.
Certainly is. Just 30 seconds, 36 seconds remaining. 1 point in it. Davis really needs to make the shot, and does, only just, mind you. So 2 points the difference.
So the Illawarra Hawks need a good shot. They should hold on to the ball for 25 seconds, get a good shot, and that's a charge on Bateman that's not called. Bateman goes up for the shot, there's a foul. And the crowd is not happy with the lack of a foul called first up. But obviously there was a foul here the second time round.
Ray Borner took the rebound, and you can see Ray Wood just drag the arms back. The foul on Ray Wood, and he can't be too annoyed with that call because it was definitely there. So another timeout, but after this, Ray Borner will be on the foul line, and he can tie up the ball game.
He's got to make these anyhow. Okay, as soon as we get the ball out of bounds, who's going to take it out of bounds? Billy's going to take it out of bounds. What? 1, 2, 3, 4 people around the foul line. Okay? 4 people around the foul line. Al Green, here, alongside him. Mark Davis, Darryl Pearce, Ray Wood. Straight to this side. Who's this? Al straight to there. Mark takes straight off. So you can look over the top, Billy, if he's all by himself. If Borner's down there, it doesn't matter. He'll take off there. Ray Wood, you move straight over here to the screen, and Darryl, you come around him for the ball. Okay? Everyone know where we are? Hey, now listen, block out on this rebound, because if it misses, it must be ours. Come on, go.
19 seconds remaining, and anyone's ball game. It'll be Ray Borner at the foul line. Borner really come good in this double, in this overtime period. The West End 36ers leading by 2 points, 110 to 108. Crowd making a deafening noise inside the Apollo Stadium. 1 point the difference as Borner makes the first.
And if this shot is missed, that is a crucial rebound for both teams. A two-pointer can put the Hawks in front.
But it's a draw. Bill Jones now with the ball to Wood, to Green. Borner guarding him. Over the line goes Al Green. Comes into Bill Jones. Decides to go it alone and makes the basket, and the crowd goes wild. 7 seconds. Davis infiltrates the steal. It's Pearce on his own. All the way. Makes the basket. The 36ers have got this game by 4 points. The whistle goes. What a fantastic finish. The Adelaide West End 36ers 114 to the Illawarra Hawks 110. Somebody had to lose. It was Illawarra. That basketball is the big winner. What a tremendous game, Lynn.
What a great effort from the 36ers to snatch that game. But full credit to the Hawks. They did everything right on defence and took the game right up to the local team. Both teams can be fairly proud of what they've done. As you say, there can only be one winner, and the 36ers remain unbeaten after 3 games of the 1986 NBL season.
The final score here tonight at the Apollo Stadium, the West End 36ers 114 have defeated the Illawarra Hawks 110 in a great game of basketball.
Well, without a doubt, that's the best game we've seen so far this season, and full credit to the 36ers in the way they fought it out to the finish. Coach Ken Cole should be delighted with the return to form of Mean Machine Al Green and the fact that Mark Davis is showing very few signs of that serious ankle injury. While the 36ers still aren't shooting a brilliant percentage from the floor, their defence has been first class, which is something that let them down last year. And Bill Jones has been an outstanding touch for the first 3 games, and it's quite obvious that he's the man that was given the job as captain, and he's handling that very, very well indeed. Credit has to go to Illawarra for the way they battled right out to the end, but only one side can win, and fortunately for us, South Australia, the West End 36ers did it tonight. Let's now cross to Andrew Kay, Lynn Parnell, talking to coaches Ken Cole and David Lindstrom.
proud of your boys tonight, the way they fought back time and time again.
Yeah, I thought that it was a terrific effort. They really did fight hard and under a lot of pressure. We were struggling a bit at this stage of the year, and it's very early days, and I thought they showed a lot of character, a lot of class, and they made the money shots, which was the most pleasing aspect, because a lot of games are going to be decided by 1 or 2 points this year.
Well, you and Lindstrom tried everything and threw everything at each other, and when he threw the full court press on you, he really did just catch you off guard a little.
Well, we had a slightly bigger lineup in there at that stage, and then we adjusted and went back smaller and took the gamble that we could hold 1 or 2 of their bigger people. We had Bateman was being guarded by Darryl, and that was difficult for Darryl. But when it got right down to the line, the guys made each of the pressure shots that they had to. So it was a pretty classy win.
David, what a great game of basketball. Unfortunately, one team had to lose, but certainly the Hawks did a fine job on defense with that full court press.
Well, I think we did a good job, you know, and it was really good for the fans. You know, you'd love to get them to a game like that where it's close. And you go into overtime, it was great.
And especially on the trip back from Perth, obviously you guys have to fly over there. It's a long way. You play a game, you come back and face the 36ers, and they're fresh.
Yeah, I think, you know, a lot of people complain about it. It's something that you have to do, and it's mental toughness. We talk about it all the time. You know, we need to be in good enough shape to do that. The only unfair thing, I think, is that Adelaide doesn't play on Friday night. And I don't know, I'm sure they looked at it in the past. Maybe they need to fly him to Brisbane or something on the Friday and play, and then bring him back. And then both teams at least are coming in, you know, tired from traveling. And it'd be a little bit fair situation. But, you know, you're going to have those problems when you're traveling.
And it was certainly a very physical game. A lot of work done away from the boards, a lot of body clashes.
Yeah, it was physical. I think there were a lot of bodies falling down and on the floor, and, you know, it probably wasn't a very easy game to officiate. It's a tough job to be an official, and I wouldn't want to be one.
Yes, thanks, Lynn, and some interesting comments from the coaches this evening. Well, let's have a look at league results from around Australia now. Illawarra 97 defeated Perth 85. Brisbane 95 defeated Sydney 89. Hobart 95 defeated Nunawading 88. Canberra 87 beat Sydney 77. Nunawading 116 defeated St Kilda 105. West Sydney 115 beat Coburg 106. Melbourne 105 defeated Coburg 102. The top 6 on the league table are Brisbane, Canberra, Adelaide in 3rd spot, followed by Geelong, West Sydney and Nunawading. Right, the West End 36ers are playing Hobart next weekend in Tasmania. Unfortunately, we're unable to cover that match, so we will televise the game between Brisbane and West Sydney. So until then, it's good night from 10 Sports.
Tonight's NBL